Hello and welcome to Clogsports, your ultimate and number one sports show in the nation. Are you not surprised? Well, I'm sure that's the question ringing in a lot of Manchester United fans after their manager also asked the same question to the presenter that gave him the same question. Yes, this is Clogsports, the nation's ultimate and number one sports show, and I'm in the studios to dissect, bisect, trisect all the sects with this particular guests that I have on my show. I call them my partners in sport. I'm talking about Champion Benito, the champion of champions, and Isaac Obuku, aka the landlord of Ghana football. Guys,
Nanaya Asare.
It's a beautiful Friday.
Fantastic by all standards.
Benito.
And why?
How is it going?
Yes, as usual, God is still there.
Well, let me ask you, are you not surprised?
I'm so surprised.
Benito,
I'm not.
You are not?
Yes, because I saw it coming.
You saw it coming, all right.
Yes.
Did you also see it coming? Let us know your thoughts, let us know your comments. A reminder that we are streaming live on Facebook. If you go to Facebook and you search for Clock TV, you'll be able to watch us live and colored. If you also go on YouTube as well, you search for Clock TV, you'll be able to watch us. So in case you need to leave your TV screens, you don't need to leave Clogsports. You catch us everywhere you go, just like the telecommunications network in yellow. Yeah, so now we are going right into the meat of the action. This afternoon, there was balloting that went on. You know, we are always talking about the Pimpamsie Inter-Schools Afashe Gala. So this afternoon, there was a serious balloting that went on in the studios. Over here, we had the representatives for all the 6 schools, namely Accra Academy, who are 2 times champions, at Disco, 2 times finalists. We had Infantipim, we had that is Ghana National Agri Memorial. We had all the 6 schools that are participating. We had them live in the studios here, their representatives, to actually come and pick the slots that they would be, and then where they are supposed to be on the log. 2 groups of 3. And then now, this is where it's all at. Guys.
All right, thank you very much. Let's greet our people watching us live on Facebook and also Clock TV. We are always grateful. You can see me in my branded shirt today, landlord. So before the show ends, I will make another special announcement. So
don't surprise us here.
Oh, there are so many surprises. Finally, the draw has been done. And Nana, I want to say something. Was it yesterday? I was sitting down and I was thinking, say, the person who said, say, the person that brought that initiative, has really done well.
And even not to cut you short, but the person that after someone no bunch, so from bon coinum did now said them or be one the pine. Now you
God bless that person. May case in this God bless the person who initiated this thing.
Yeah. For
the Afashe Seyem Bobo. As I said last week on the show, last year was the first time I went to that festival, and it has been a blessing. You know, seeing all these old people coming on the pitch to play, and then it was massive. You know, Accra Academy and a lot of people coming around and coming to play. It wasn't easy. So last year was massive, and you could see this. So these are the footage of last year.
Yes, definitely.
It was very, very massive, Charlie. It wasn't easy. You could see that go for the performance. But finally, the draw has been made, and next week we will be able to separate the men from the boys. So I'm just hoping that my school is not part, but I'm a fan of Accra Academy, though. So if they win, it will be very okay for me. So it's a very good draw. I'm just hoping that the best team win next week.
Benito, you were there as well last year. Fair reflections before we go into the fixtures.
As usual, good evening to our viewers, and then we sincerely appreciate the effort and everything. As my wonderful brother said, in fact,
now you're brothers.
Oh yes, we've been brothers since
way back.
These guys, when they are fighting and then you go and say something, you become a third party.
Exactly. In fact, today he has landlord in front, and God will work it out.
At the back.
My brother is really branding himself very well. That's fine. Now back to business. To start with, let me commend the organizers. In fact, it's one of the most successful football competitions I've ever witnessed, because I know and understand that majority of these young men and women, they have the football talent. but then as to how and where to showcase them becomes the problem. But here is the case to just, it's more or less like an icing on the cake, because the main idea is the afashe. Whereas this football thing just comes in to grace the occasion. And as you really mentioned, last year I had a privilege to witness it with my own eyes, and I must say that it was a colorful one. Various schools that participated,
and it's all students too that are playing the football.
That is where
that gives it a little bit of the rivalry, the fun, the excitement all together mixed.
When that thing happened, it reminded me of the Interco and the CISO. If, let's say, during your schooling days, you met, maybe you are from St. Augustine's, you met, let's say, people from Adisco during your school days. And this point in time, you've all completed, you've gone, some are working, others are doing stuff. But then because of the Pimpamsi Afashe, you would be reuniting. So it's kind of reliving memories and other stuff. It makes it one of a kind. And so we can't wait to enjoy this year's session or this year's episode. I'm just hoping and praying that God will permit us, and then to that time you would be very stronger and live to witness that colorful moment.
All right, so to that time we'll be stronger enough to witness that particular colorful moment that we are talking about. If you don't know about what the draw that we are talking about this afternoon, the teams came. There were 2 groups, 6 schools, 2 groups of 3, Group A and then Group B. So let's find out who is in Group A and then who is in Group B. You should have the groupings on your screen by now, and then you realize that Infantipim is in Group A, Accra Academy is in Group A, and then also Agri Memorial Group A. So the fixtures are live. The first game, Infantipim versus Ghana National College, that's Group A. Group B follows suit with St. Augustine's College versus Accra Academy, and then Agri Memorial versus Infantipim. Then Adisadel College versus St. Augustine's College, Ghana National College versus Agri Memorial, and then Accra Academy versus Adisadel College. That's the last game is going to be a repeat of the final.
Exactly.
So after this particular one, Group A, the winner of Group A plays the second place team of Group B. The winner of Group B plays the second place team of Group A. That's how it's going to be paired.
Wow.
And then it becomes sort of a semi-final kind of bit, and then we move into the final. So after the semi-final, we play the third and fourth, and then we move into the final. So that's how beautifully the event is going to be like.
Wow.
So,
it shows us one thing. It means that it's well organized and well structured. It isn't as though they just ended Gaka for now these organizations will know. You could clearly see that right from the first step, you move on to the second step. And I repeat, let's commend the organizers and to whoever that designed that flyer. Kudos to that person. In fact, he has done extremely well.
Very, very well. That is John.
It's a standard official design. In fact, he's done extremely well. Looking at the design.
His salary will come on time. Not like some people.
God will work it out.
God will work it out for them.
God will work it out.
God will work it out for them.
All right, so that's you have it here. That's how we're rounding up the Afashe Old School Gala. So if you want to be there, the date is September 5th to September 7th at the Pimpamsi Hotel, the only hotel with an AstroTurf in the heart of it. And the thing is, it's done so nicely that when the guests are sleeping, they are sleeping. When the match is going on, you can actually have you seen a soundproof AstroTurf stadium before? You should visit there. Yes. Big shout out to the chief organizer, that's Dr. Isaac Bampo Ado, and then also the general manager for Pimpamsi Hotel, that is Madam Ruth Natiki.
Fantastic.
So yes,
Doctor, God bless you. A very heavy, fantastic man by all standards. You know, Nana, as Benito said something, and I was saying, wow, this is great. Nana, if you have a system which works very well, I remember last year we were there. Right after the festival and the game, you could see that the committee was set up to look into what happened last year and also come up with what happened this year. So you could see that systems are being worked. When you have your 5 P's, they came to me in the board, my 5 P's, proper preparation, prevent poor performance, #, God will work it out. So you could see that everything is working for them. So it's going to be fireworks. So if you want to see us, just come to.
We'll be there live as well.
We'll be there. We'll be there.
Yeah,
with the whole team. We'll be dropping some people too, so with the whole team.
Okay. So now we are moving on to the next story. We are going to zoom into the Esipon Stadium. It has received a major facelift. The Esipon Stadium. Guys, I want to just talk about it.
Yes, first of all, I must say that it was a pleasant news after seeing the videos and footages of the Esipon Stadium. Because right after CAN 2008, it was as though it was left redundant and it couldn't be recognized as a football stadium.
I passed there just last month. It was
yes. Good. The earth condition was very deteriorated. But then, within which the National Sports Authority rose up, I should say it that way, and made sure that if it's not up to that olden standard, at least at some point it is getting better, as we can see on the screens. It means that things are changing under this new administration. I'm talking about this new government, because during their manifestos and other stuff, they promised us such things, and it's not surprising that gradually we've started seeing progress in these situations. And the moment we start seeing progress around these infrastructures, it tells us that in the near future, if we are able to just have this thing in our mind that until we manage our infrastructures very well, definitely it will be affecting our sports negatively. That is the unfortunate thing, because I understand and I know that if a Esipon Stadium was in a good shape, there are clubs around the central region that could probably be using it as their home grounds. Whereas because of its bad state, clubs around the central region, at some point, Elimina Sharks, even though they had their own stadium, but repeatedly, the Indian Sports Complex was overused because it was the only available standard pitch or standard stadium around that central region enclave. But so, upon seeing videos and other stuff, I just wish one thing, that it shouldn't be a one-day wonder.
It should be sustained.
That is my point. The sustainability aspect of all these situations is very important. It could be that just for cameras and for TV showers and other stuff, another time it wouldn't be in a good shape. Ebasa is not helping our country. But as it stands, with the videos and footage we've seen, it tells us that works are being done at the Esipon Stadium.
Works are being done at the Esipon Stadium. Is that the same sentiments that you have, landlord?
And I think finally, I'm always happy when I see things like this, because it means the three of us are doing a good job, including our producers. Because when we sit here and we talk, they listen and they watch. So we always talk about maintenance. So if work is being done at a Esipon Sports Stadium, is a very good news for Ghanaians and also football fans. I think they should keep on doing the good work. It's a very good call. As Benito said, this government led by His Excellency John Dramani Mahama is trying his possible best to rebuild our sports for us. Now, we don't have the money to build an ultra-modern stadium, a standard stadium. So we have some, Tamale, Kumasi, Accra, Esipon. We should just maintain it, rebuild it, and those kind of things is going to help us, because now the rate we abuse our stadiums there is becoming unbecoming. A typical example, Cape Coast. Cape Coast became a pitch where Blaster was playing, Under 20 was playing, the women's were playing over there. So because Kumasi and Accra wasn't standard. And so I think we coming back, and I think when they are done now, other regions has to have a feeling of the Blasters. See, the Blaster match called Tamale. I remember when I was growing up, that's what they do. This time we are taking Blaster match to Tamale. We are taking Blaster match to Esipon, which is going to help. And yet they be Accra and Kumasi. So I think it's a very good call. As Benito said, it shouldn't be they trap picture to social media. Each year, they will stop. If they stop, we will come and sit here. We will talk. So I think it's a very good call. We're just hoping that they will continue with their good work.
We're just hoping that they continue with their good work. Let's hear your thoughts about the same comments as well. Will they continue with their good work that they are doing? Or maybe you think that they are going to go back? Sustainability is going to be a problem. Let us know your thoughts. Send us comments via WhatsApp on our Facebook platform and also on YouTube as well. We'll be kind enough to read them for you. WhatsApp, you can WhatsApp us on 0500500421, 0500500421. That's the number that you can WhatsApp us on, and then we'll be kind enough to read your comments for you. And now moving on, now Kotoko has unveiled their new kit, their new away kit, and it's quite a thing of a beauty, if I should ask you. Landlord.
It was so nice. We sat here, we spoke about the Hope brand, which is very nice. Yesterday I saw one of my friend, my female friend, Marjorie, was part of the, that's it. So that's Marjorie, a very good friend of mine.
A very good friend.
Very, very, very good friend of mine.
Why are you stressing on the very, very, very?
I have to, because someone, people don't see my cheek. If I don't take time, so it's a very nice, Nana. Quick one before Benito come in. We've gotten to a stage in football where SOC, even Abrabo, if I see so landlord, what I'm doing, Nana is ahead of me. I'll just come to you now. Then I'll go in him. So you could see Nana first Nanyama way in Kosu. But as time goes on, when they assign a player, you won't say people need no more sign. We see the medicals and those. At first, it wasn't like that. Football is growing, so our Ghanaian teams are also growing. So unveiling this thing, Charlie, kudos to us. I said I'll try my possible best and get all the 16 or 18 clubs just in every Friday. I'll be repping it here. So kudos to Kumasi Asante Kotoko and the whole brand for this great initiative.
Benito.
Yes. Because as of now, the pricing of each club's JC isn't less than 300 Ghana cedis. So imagine you are buying 18 clubs.
Oh, Scott. Landlord. Landlord.
Hashtag go to work it out.
I understand.
Landlord.
Yes. The whole brand, we've talked much about them, and I know them personally, and I said
that explains why you have been personally repping their brands all throughout, since you know them personally.
I know your factor.
It can be.
Anyways, it can be, but then we'll talk about that one later.
Yeah.
So I know how things are done at their manufacturing corridors. A lot go into it, but I must say it. They are investing in so much energy and their efficiency is very high. So let's commend them. I believe in one thing, because if last season's JCs were one of a kind, if not the first, probably you will be the second. When talking about a local club with the nicest JC, if not the first, probably will be the second. And repeatedly, they've shown us that they have this designs and architectural brains. Because when we look at the detailing of the home JC and the away JC, there are similarities, portraying the Ashanti heritage using the colors of the Ashanti Kingdom.
The gold and green.
Exactly. It tells you, the moment you wear such a JC, wherever you find yourself, it explains itself. And so let's commend them. I'm just hoping that in as much as they will be wearing one of the nicest jerseys, it should reflect on the field. It shouldn't be like, we just hear for now, no, as they did during the Ghana Top 4. If you are wearing a nice jersey, obviously it should be reflecting on the field. And in fact, it is the most important thing. You can wear the nicest of jerseys in our local league, and you are not performing well. It is of no use. So I am just urging the boys. You see how they've been happily unveiling their jerseys, as we saw the footages with Albertamua smiling.
The performance should also make us happy.
Yes, that is all what the Kotoko family is waiting for. If you smile during jerseys unveiling, when you wear them, let the Kotoko family also smile or enjoy. That is all.
We are hearing about some elections in the Kotoko corridors.
Yes.
Chairman Solo, Chairman Obeng, etc. Just touch on it just a few seconds before
yes,
you go.
Officially, the elections was held yesterday.
What was it about?
It was for their supporters front, NCC, that is the National Circles Chairman. And so it is for the whole Ghana. They did it, it was virtual. In fact, they used the Fabu census.
Yes.
So whoever that is subscribed to the Fabu census,
you have to download the app for you to be able to do that.
You should be a committed member by paying 6 months of dues. The moment you do that, you qualify. And yesterday, I had the opportunity to, follow the elections via that particular page.
Yeah.
And I should say that one is the first time a local club has done that.
Yeah.
For a fact. So the virtual system, it was the first time. And then I will commend the managers of the Fabu census, Dr. Jima of Jimatech. Wonderful work done. But all in all, Chairman Solomon Fosuwari, he is the new NCC chairman elect.
So he's the head or the president or the chairman for all Kotoko supporters in Ghana and around the world.
He has a lot of work to do because Kotoko NCC, I wouldn't say a good year, but then it went down. It was nearly to the ditch. So since he's been elected as the new NCC chairman, our Juma Bebre also first thing is how to unite them. Because during election campaigns, you know how it's done.
And when you look at his victory speech, it talks about unity as well.
Exactly.
The first paragraph of it says that he wants to congratulate his contestant, Obeng Setre. And then he also told him that this is not a contest between two parties, but two people with the same common goal. So he's going to rely on his expertise, he's going to rely on his wisdom in order to move the club forward. I think that was a good one.
Exactly. Most importantly, when Nana Pinker also stepped in, he backpressed on that particular aspect. Because it wouldn't be like during campaign, I was for being secretary, so if you've been elected, I wouldn't support you. The main or the major aspect of this whole election, it was to help raise the flag of Kotoko higher. So irrespective of who leads or who becomes the chairman, they should all rally behind that person. And then with a common goal of raising Kotoko's flag very high. And one thing, why I believe that Chairman Solo has a lot of work to do is the timing of his election. Next month, Kotoko will be playing in Africa. It is something they've not done in the last 5 years. And so as a way to announce yourself properly as the new NCC chairman, at least you should be able to do certain magic so that something in the last 5 years they've not done, you can, within this few time, I know that the timing isn't enough for him, but with the Chairman Solo, I know he can conjure magic.
All right, with the Chairman Solo, he knows he can conjure magic, and hopefully he does that so that the flag of Kotoko and the flag of Ghana will be held high on the national or international continent, that's on the African stage. So that's what we are hoping for. But before we continue, before I get into your comments, we'll just go for a short commercial break. When we come back, we have more for you. Don't go anywhere. we are back to the nation's ultimate and #1 sports show. Just before we went on break, we were just bisecting, trying all angles to analyze what was going on in African sports and especially Ghana sports. And then we're talking about the NCC elections that actually happened yesterday. Chairman Solo has been now called officially. He's now the chairman for the NCC. When it comes to Kumasi Asante Kotoko. And before we go on, let me just go into a little bit of the messages that we are receiving from you guys. This one says, hello Nana, I'm Godwin from Lashibi and I'll be at the Afashe this time, hopefully. And I'm hoping to see you guys finally. This is Godwin from Lashibi. Wow. So he's saying that he'll be here. This one also says, I agree with Benito. This shouldn't be just for the cameras, but a conscious effort to renovate and maintain the few stadia we have. This is Kelvin from Mamprobi. This one also says, good job guys, I'm enjoying the show live from Aoshi. Please, when you send us a message, add your name so that we'll be able to refer to you when we are doing that. NY, please, where can I get to buy these nice jerseys? This is Frida from Nkoko. So Benito, I hope you can actually give us...
Yes, Frida from Nkoko. I'm told they do deliveries, and so right after the show, you can call the same number, probably. They will give you guidelines or something.
Definitely. This one is also saying, kudos guys, good show. This is Jeffrey from Awudome.
Thank you.
And hello Nana, I'm Daniel inside Soto. I'm hoping my Mayu will give us some joy tomorrow. Mayu and joy are like two opposite words to be placed in the same sentence. Manchester United, for all the pain they've been causing their supporters, I don't think that we can use them together with joy in a particular sentence, considering the fact that for the past 29 games, they have more games than points. So just think about this and then relax on Manchester United and whatever you want to talk about them or think about them. But now let's go and talk about the UEFA Champions League draw, which happened yesterday. All the clubs know who they are going to play against. Landlord.
Finally, it has come. You could see that what UEFA did last year, they've been able to improve. So this is the second edition of the new format now on Modiaban. So now it's very great and fantastic. I could see my darling club, Barcelona, will be playing alongside the likes of PSG, Chelsea, Frankfurt, Newcastle. So I think that is a very good call. So we'll be having final before finals in this Champions League, a match like Paris versus Barcelona, easy. Chelsea versus Barcelona. I think I saw a video of where the Chelsea players being asked, this is which team do you want to meet? Almost half of the team were saying Barcelona. I don't know why they were saying Barcelona. They feel like Barcelona is on form, so they want to meet him and test what is. So Chelsea want to test how Barcelona good they are. So now I think it's good. Call for some of the big giants. So I think Chelsea will be playing Bayern Munich, Atlanta, Benfica, Liverpool will be playing against Real Madrid, Inter Milan, and those kind of stuff. Man City will be playing against Real Madrid. So as I said earlier on, we'll be having final before the main finals. And I think it's a very good one. So we can't wait to start or maybe to kickstart the Champions League.
All right, so then I want us to just look at that, Benito. There are 4 different pots. I want you to just explain the new way which these fixtures are being put in place. So this is pot 1, there's pot 2, there's pot 3, and then pot 4. Can you explain to us how it's done?
Basically, with the criteria from UEFA, clubs in the pot 1 was the seeded clubs. That is teams that performed very well in last season's Champions League.
Okay.
So it included Paris Saint-Germain, Real Madrid, Man City. In fact, these clubs.
But I don't see Arsenal in there, but they were semi-finalists as well.
But then with their coefficient.
The points that they've accumulated so far.
Exactly,
in the Champions League, yes.
Yes, so that makes you a part of pot 1. Okay. So it follows suit. It's as though as the scale of preference, the highest you get within the accumulated points, it shows the point the pot you would be in. And so if you have highest coefficients or points accumulation, it means that you find yourself within the pot 1. It follows to pot 2, now pot 3 to pot 4. So basically, that is the criteria for the pot arrangement within this league phase of the Champions League.
Okay, all right. That's really interesting there. Thanks for the clarification. So it's no longer going to be the home and away as we just said. You may play a club home and then you may play another club away, which makes it very beautiful. So each team is playing how many games?
So far, since they are 38, each team will be playing as many as from the league phase. 8 games. 8 games.
Okay.
8 games.
All right.
From the league phase, it will be 8
and then
games.
from then, since they are 32, then we sieve out how many? 16.
Exactly.
Okay.
So from there we go
So
to
that is why
round.
from the 16 now they're going to play the home and away.
Okay.
I think
All
it's
right.
nice.
That's very interesting. Very innovative as well from UEFA. The first time that we saw this was last season. Paris Saint-Germain were the very first team to actually win in this new format as well. But then more messages are coming. Let me touch on them a bit before we move on. This one says, Nana, let the Chelsea players keep on calling Barcelona. That day will finally come and they will sing a different song. This is Gordon from Aoshi. This one says, man has missed this year's UCL this time. Man U has missed this year's Champions League this time too. Isaac from La Paz, this is what people are saying. Manchester United, whenever their names are mentioned in the media these days, often not for good reasons. So we hope to see that whether that's going to change, especially considering the fact that now they have just 2 competitions to play for. We are just not even in September. Manchester United are out of a cup competition. It's interesting. But then let's go on to some transfers. Are you happy for us to talk about some transfers?
Sure, super fantastic.
Yes. Why not? I think this year's transfer has been one of the most interesting one. Seeing clubs snatching players from others and stuff, it makes it more interesting. Yeah.
Talking about snatching, there was a snatch earlier today. That is a player that has been in negotiations with Chelsea, I should say, for months and months and months. Just waiting for the green light, even waved his fans and told them that he's not going to be playing for them after the Bayern Munich game. I'm talking about Xavi Simons. He was on the verge of joining Chelsea, but just today, just this afternoon, all of a sudden, Tottenham Hotspur, after missing out on Eberechi Eze, swooped in, paid 60 million euros, negotiated with the player, and everything has been agreed. He's going to sign for them, Xavi Simons, to Tottenham Hotspur.
Yes, he's a great talent and Barca product from La Masia in 2010. I really remember his colleagues were included, Fermin Lopez and other guys. He's great talent and he will be a good addition for Tottenham Hotspur. My only problem is where he will be playing. If he needs more playing time, his proper position or his proper profile, being an attacking midfielder in this context.
Or a left winger as well.
Yes, but he prefers being an attacking midfielder than being a left winger. Frequently, if we watched his matches from RB League, even from Paris Saint-Germain, yes, and when he goes to national team at the Orange of Netherlands, I'm just waiting for how he will be used tactically.
Because in the middle of the pack for Tottenham Hotspur, we see Rodrigo Bentancur, and then we see João Palhinha as well, and then we also see this Senegalese boy,
Pape
Matar. Exactly. So these 3 players are usually the mainstay when it comes to the midfield. And when you go on the left wing, where he's likely to play at, they have Matthias Tel, whom they just signed, and then they also have
Brennan
Johnson as well.
Left,
and then when you go into the right wing, they have Mohamed Kudus, they have Dejan Kulusevski, and then they also have
Lucas Bergvall.
Yes, as well. And Lucas Bergvall also plays at centre attacking midfield. So it's very interesting. He can't play up top as well.
As a centre forward
but they've given him the number 7, so they must know what to do.
But it's one of the jerseys that would attract enough of load because of the person who wore it and left it in him in song. He did excellently well for Tottenham Hotspur. But I have believed in this guy because his skill set and everything, he has what it takes to play for Tottenham Hotspur. But at this point in time, would he be guaranteed enough minutes? That is the question. And from where I sit, I do not know the tactics Thomas Frank will be using so that it will be favoring Xavi Simons. Probably he knows why he bought him. You get it, and so let's wish him very well. He's a wonderful addition to the Tottenham Hotspur team.
Landlord, you share the same sentiment.
But I think 100% that I was very happy that he couldn't go to Chelsea because per the calculation you guys did, Chelsea also has a lot of players playing that same position going on. You could see that the project or Reina Tottenham de Bane Xavi fits in perfectly, which is going to help Tottenham a lot. What about 3 matches? He has won all the 3 matches. If I'm not
so far, Tottenham they've played 2 and they've won all 2.
All 2. So I think it's a very good call. Having this guy, having Kudus, well, and Tottenham is coming for fireworks, so kudos to him. I'm just hoping that Chelsea too is coming up with the Barcelona player and Femi Lopez. I don't know how far with it, so. Kudos to Tottenham.
Talk about Femi Lopez there, so we'll go to him next. Femi Lopez. There's a tug of war between 2 English giants. I'm talking about Newcastle United and Chelsea. So they are both going in the tug of war for Femi Lopez. So where is he likely to end up, at Chelsea or Newcastle United? If you were Femi Lopez, what are you thinking? What's going on in your mind?
At this point, if I'm to advise him, I would join Newcastle than Chelsea.
Perfect.
Yes, for me.
Why?
To have a guaranteed starting 11 and more minutes. Not forgetting, 2026 is just around the corner. In fact, unfortunately, he missed out on Spain's national team caller. But he's still young and hopes to be one of the shining stars of the La Roja. So if you join Newcastle, I have believed in Chelsea's development. When they want to develop a player, they are excellent in doing that. But at this point in time, one way or the other, he was once a wonderful player for Barca until recently when Hansi Flick took over. So I believe if he wants that transition to continue, he should join Newcastle than joining Chelsea.
Landlord, you being an affectionate Barcelona fan, tell me what's actually going on in your mind. If you are Femi Lopez, would you stay put Newcastle or Chelsea?
Now, as you said, me being a Barcelona fan, I think for Barcelona selling Femi Lopez, for me personally, I don't agree with it, but we need the money. We need that money, and also we need him to go for...
What is kind of quiet then?
Oh, no. Barcelona need the money because the wage or qua the debate me, and when he goes, Barcelona can even register some of the players. Barcelona is having one good left. He plays the same role with Lamine Yamal. Is it Brony? Is it Brony or some?
Yes,
Ronnie.
Yes, he actually plays at the opposite wing, right-footed. Very good guy.
Very good. He's not been registered up to now. Chesney has not been registered. Gerard Martin has not been registered because of what Bartomeu and his people did way back. That guy has
because of Onyansem.
So I think.
But I broke.
Yes.
Like someone we know. Like someone we know. So how do you call it? We need that money. But as Benito said, I agree with him 100%. Newcastle. One, he's young, and then if you watch Femi very well, although he had faith in Chelsea's team, but he playing time here. Coming to Chelsea, Femi and Xavi Simon play the same role. But then and another guy is very fast. So for him going to Newcastle is on the verge of losing Isak. So having this guy too in his team, more playing time. And also, as Benito said, next year World Cup is coming. Call up. So for me personally, so Newcastle, I think it's going to be perfect for him.
It's going to be perfect if he goes to Newcastle. And another thing that we are thinking about once again, Chelsea. In the news once again, who are they going to buy? Who are they looking forward to buy or adding to their squad? Manchester United's Alejandro Garnacho, the number 17 player of Manchester United, the Argentine who loves Cristiano Ronaldo, is going to Chelsea. This is almost done and signed. Alejandro Garnacho is going to be a blue in a matter of hours just before the transfer deadline.
Yes, I'm sure he will be the most happiest person on earth because right after his altercation with his manager, Ruben Amorim, he in fact he's been on exile. It's as though he wouldn't play for Manchester United again, and he waited for long. At some point in time, he launched a campaign that GoFundMe, so that Chelsea will raise enough money to just buy him. Yes, it tells you how desperate he was to join Chelsea. And then Garnacho, he has been a wonderful player. I love him personally.
But the consistency,
that is the problem. In fact, consistency has been problem for for many of the young players.
Yeah.
Yes, I do not understand why. Looking at how Messi started, how Ronaldo started, it wasn't like that. But of late, these young players, they can shine in a season. The season afterwards, you wouldn't see them.
No, I'm sure that's what differentiates them from the Messis and the Ronaldos.
So we are yet to see people like them coming out on beating Messi and Ronaldo. That's Benito is saying. But that is a very key point, no reason. Even in our life, you need to be very consistent. If I'm
but all in all, Garnacho to Chelsea will be a wonderful deal for him, because I think that he loves to join Chelsea.
Yeah.
And looking at Chelsea's project, he will just fit into the setup, and that's all.
Well, some teams are adding up, others are also letting go. Who are they letting go of? Arsenal is letting go of Jacob Kiwior. He's on the verge of actually signing for FC Porto, but that's a topic for another discussion. That's something that we are going to talk about sometime later. But there is a high-profile departure of whom? Managers. I'm talking about Man United are in the question again. Maybe if they want to make do with their current coach, Ruben Amorim, they can actually go for their ex-manager, who has also been let go of by his current club. I'm talking about Ole Gunnar Solskjaer. Solskjaer has been sacked.
Sacking him. The sack.
Yes.
Sacking him.
Besiktas have let go of him.
After seeing this news, something shook me, and it was very interesting. Let me say this. It's like in the last 24 hours, if you are connected to Manchester United, be very careful. If you have any connection to Manchester United,
including supporters.
Yes, Obia will be connected to Manchester United. You should be very careful. In the last 48 hours.
I don't understand.
Yes, because
I don't understand.
Because it as though there is a bad omen around the Manchester United team. The moment you are connected to it, it become yes.
Even if your salary is supposed to come, sometimes it delays.
Really,
if you're Manchester United,
that one.
Okay, so that's assembly
because Ole Gunnar Solskjaer left Manchester United. He went for like 1 year without coaching any club. Fortunately for him, he got hired by the Sisters. Now, after less than a year, he's been sacked. So you see, I'm sure we'll talk about that manager today.
I mean, we'll talk about him. I'm reserving him for landlord, because landlord will actually hit on that particular one as well. So without further hiding anything, let's talk about the manager for Fenerbahce. I'm talking about Jose Mourinho, how the mighty has fallen. He went to Fenerbahce to salvage them, to help them to win something. But unfortunately, that wasn't the case. Sacking him, as landlord will say, Jose Mourinho is gone home.
Finally.
They got him sent to Euphoria.
Yeah.
Go home.
Sacking him. I'm sacking you. Nana, it is very sad for we, the football lovers, because when you talk about 5 best coaches in football, you can't live without this man. You can't live without this man. But it's unfortunate. Dina Saki, and I was watching this game, losing 1-0, and I was very sad. Now, with that touchline, you could see that on when him say match he will go. Now, and you know the interesting thing, some of the coaches, I'm sure they know, say, after this match I will go.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Well, what about Ruben Amorim? Is he going?
Nana, I saw his tweet. Nana, that man, like, I don't even know the reason why I call you a coach or your best motivational speaker. I swear, Nana, like, I have his phrase. I hate myself. At times I hate the players. At times I love them. Like
yes.
That was his tweet today.
But I think I have it here.
You have it?
Yes,
I hate myself. At times I hate the players.
Sometimes I hate my players. Sometimes I love my players. This is my way of doing things. Sometimes I want to quit. Sometimes I want to be here for 20 years.
Sure.
Sometimes I love to be with my players. Sometimes I do not want to be with them. Sometimes I hate my kids. I'm going to be like that. Be like that. That is not going to change.
God bless you,
a wonderful motivator.
Why? I do not. Send the year share na the year panacho no njai coaching job and should be a more. Now, have you seen this tweet? If we publish this story, the number of likes a man this man will get is more than what United is giving him. But or go for the my from Manchester United. So then I think back to Jose Mourinho. It is sad for him to be sacked. Before we start the show, we were talking about something off, and I think it's good. He has to take a break. No, bruh. I think he has to take a break and he should come back because he's best. Look at what he did at Chelsea, Real Madrid. He came to United, as Benito said, if you are related, not blood, if you are related,
if you have
any connection Manchester, or your shareholder, or your fan, or your supporter. So I now understand the reason why someone is not receiving the side because he's.
But on a more serious note, the issue of Jose Mourinho, it becomes quite interesting. Despite the fact that he's losing his job from Manchester United, he moved on to Tottenham. He was sacked to AS Roma. He was sacked, and now on to Fenerbahce. As it stands, he has earned around 100 million euros. In severance because
in sacking 100 million euros.
Yes. In their side said, yeah, Pamela, as landlord said, it is a serious indictment to his profession as a coach. But gaining as much as 100 million euros from
sacking.
Charlie.
Well, there may be some sacking should come some people's way so that they can actually earn some money. If it's a month for around there, we'll talk about that later. But then talking about Chelsea Football Club once again, this time around they are in the news not for purchasing the player, but UEFA has given them a special award for winning everything there is to win in club football. So Chelsea were handed this special award for winning everything there is to win in football. And in that same particular event, UEFA also awarded Zlatan Ibrahimovic for receiving the UEFA President's Award. This is a prestigious award. This is not Dr. UN award, maybe. This is a prestigious award that's been given to them. Benito, Emirates.
A pleasant one. In fact, I had the opportunity to watch the ceremony in full. Any point in time when you've been honored like this, you should have probably your wife, your family around just to cheer you on. Looking at Zlatan receiving that particular award, imagine him with his family and other stuff, because he's one of the greatest strikers we've ever had in the football ecosystem. It was a well-deserving one, and congratulations to Chelsea too. In fact, it's the first time a club has reached that feat.
Winning everything there is. Quite unfortunate that they actually had to be the club to win that. But anyway, life goes on. I'm sure Frempo and Co in the studios are actually cheering for them. But now let's go into the quickfire part. We are talking about the English Premier League fixtures and the La Liga fixtures. Let's start with the La Liga fixtures first. So the fixture should be on your screen. And I'll quickly ask you, who do you think is going to win? There's this particular game, Elche versus Levante. Quickly.
A win for Levante.
A win for Levante.
I'm sure they are still playing.
And then Alaves versus Atletico Madrid. Landlord.
Alaves win.
Alaves win. Interesting. Girona versus Sevilla. Benito.
Sevilla win.
Sevilla win. Celta Vigo Villarreal. Landlord.
Oh. Villarreal party.
Villarreal win. Espanyol Osasuna. Benito.
Both teams to score.
Both teams to score. Valencia versus Getafe. Valencia versus Getafe.
I see boys picking up their
I'll
pens.
go for Valencia. I'll go for Valencia.
Valencia winning. Okay, Real Oviedo versus Real Sociedad.
I think we'll go for Real Sociedad.
Real Madrid versus Mallorca. Benito.
An emphatic win for Real Madrid.
Real Betis versus Atletico Club.
Bilbao versus Real Betis. It's going to be very difficult. So I'll just go for both teams to score.
And then we also have Rayo Vallecano versus FC Barcelona.
Quick one on this game. Barcelona's game is a game of the week.
It is a quick fire, so quick.
We've known this match is way back, so it will be very difficult for Barcelona to win again. I'm a Barcelona fan, but this match is very difficult for us.
So what are you predicting in this one?
A slight win for Barcelona.
A slight win for Barcelona, where are both teams scoring in that one?
Yeah.
Okay, all right. So both teams are going to score in that particular one. Use this information for whatever you want to wish to use it for. This is from Landlord and Benito. Their predictions for the week. And then let's go into the English Premier League. A quick fire there as well, where this weekend's fixtures includes a game between Liverpool and Arsenal at Anfield. But we'll start from the top. Chelsea versus Fulham, a London derby. Chelsea win?
Yeah.
Benito, same sentiment?
Yes.
Okay.
Chelsea should win.
Well, I differ a little bit. I think Fulham are going to cause an upset in this particular one, especially if it's an early morning kickoff, early afternoon kickoff. That is Manchester United versus Burnley.
It should be a win for Man U.
A win for Man U.
Yes.
All right, Sunderland versus Brentford.
Brentford win or draw.
Brentford win or draw. Sunderland actually spent more than £175 million in this transfer window.
But they used 6 days to sign 6 players.
Interesting.
And their return to Stadium of Light, definitely they will try to cause upset, but double chance for Brentford.
Double chance for Brentford. Yes, Spurs versus Bournemouth. This is going to be an interesting one.
Very interesting one. Semenyo versus
both teams to score.
Yes.
Semenyo versus Kudus.
Yes, it will be the safest
prediction.
Odd for you.
Yeah.
Yes.
Both teams to score.
All right. So Wolves versus Everton.
Whoa! Another both team to score. Another both team to score. You know.
Well, there's this one: Leeds versus Newcastle.
I will go for Newcastle. Win or draw.
Newcastle win or draw. Newcastle are going to be without their talisman number 10. Who received the red card, against Anthony Gordon against Liverpool.
And the rebellious Alexander Isak.
Yes, as well. Maybe by the time that game is played, we'll see whether he's going to feature for Newcastle ever again, or he's going to make his much anticipated move to Liverpool. And then on Sunday, we have Brighton versus Manchester City. City?
Oh, yes.
I think I beg to differ in this particular one. I think Brighton are going to pose a threat to Manchester City.
You are right, but City wouldn't be losing on 2 consecutive times.
Yes.
Well, that would be the magic.
Okay, then we have Nottingham Forest versus West Ham United.
Nottingham Forest.
Graham Potter, National losing 3 continuous times. So a win or draw for West Ham.
A win or draw for West Ham.
Yes.
Interesting there. And then we have the match of the weekend. But then I'll go to Aston Villa versus Crystal Palace before I come to that one. Aston Villa, Crystal Palace.
Now I'm both teams to score. It will be the safest prediction.
Another both team to score.
Okay, and then we have Liverpool versus Arsenal. Arsenal will be adding Iberichi Eze to their front line, and they have Bukayo Saka is unfortunately going to miss out on this particular one, but Martin Odegaard has started training after picking up a knock during their game against Leeds United. That means this Noni Madueke is going to be shifted onto the right to play. We may see a front line of Noni Madueke on the right, Victor Gyökeres in the middle, and then Iberichi Eze on the left. So what do you think for that particular one?
And it will be very dangerous, but to be frank, I'll just go for both teams to score in this game because both 2 teams are up their game in the 2 games that they've played. Liverpool is performing, Arsenal is performing, so I think both teams to score. But I'll be very happy if Arsenal win this game.
Yes, in the quest to defend their title, I think Liverpool would come in with full force because in the last 50 matches, it's 17 for Liverpool, 15 for Arsenal, 18 have been drawn. And so if they want to just enlarge their territories, that is for Liverpool. Obviously, they should win over Arsenal, but it wouldn't be an easy game. I'll predict both teams to score, but a win or draw for Liverpool.
Both teams to score a win or draw for Liverpool. That's the prediction that we are getting on here by Champion Benito. So all the predictions that you've heard are from Champion Benito and Landlord Isaac Poku, aka the Landlord of Ghana Football. It's been a pleasure coming to your screens, coming to your phones to bring you the best in the world of sports. But guys, before we go, let me just have your thoughts on this particular weekend. Your last words, finally.
God has been good. God is working. As I said before the show, this is my name. So I just want to, it's a brand. So if you purchase some of this dress, I will just for free. I wanted to put my picture, but so you just come come in the front desk of Clock TV. You can get yourself one.
Free of charge.
Free of charge. So starting from next month, every Friday we are able to match about 2 or 3, just to give to our lovely viewers. And I want to say something to just as a woman being, just humble yourself. Humble yourself. Thank you.
All right, so Benito.
Yes, we're coming back on Wednesday. Yes, we're coming back on
Monday, Wednesday.
But Monday, yes.
Monday,
as we show you highlight of the weekend games. Just stay safe and rely on God.
Yeah.
Just stay safe and rely on God. You've heard it from them. Big thanks to my production crew, starting with Andy, my producer, John, social media, Jewel, my brother, who is also the studios here, John, Jewel, Michael Amweni as well, aka the Dion Piero, and the Sotum Dialos are also here, Joseph and the likes, Peter, all in the studio, Clement and everyone. A very big thank you. I know Marcelo is also watching us live, and this is how we call it a wrap. Arrivederci. We'll see you.